My name is Petra, I'm a Hungarian living in Budapest, and in today's video I'm going to show you what you can do in Budapest, Hungary when the weather is still cold and mostly grey. February is such a slow month in my opinion. All I want to do is stay at home surrounded by my warm blankets, but since it's probably not the best idea for your mental health in the long run, I'm going to show you some things that are worth doing, even or especially in February in Budapest. I think this is the best time to visit a museum. There are plenty museums here in Budapest, so why not visit one? You can learn something new in the fun way, spend some hours walking around an interesting place surrounded by many information. So on a cold day we decided to visit the Hungarian Agricultural Museum. Now it's a place that is even wonderful to check out from the outside. You could have seen it from my videos because it's in the building of the Vajdahunyad Castle, in the middle of the Városliget. I know you might think that if a building looks like this from the outside, it must look beautiful from the outside as well. And let me tell you, you're not wrong. This place looked spectacular, I have to be honest. Sometimes I wasn't even interested that much in the exhibition itself. All I did was just looking up to the ceiling or to the wonderful mosaic windows. It's truly worth the price. You can read everything here in English as well, and the exhibition takes place all around the building, so you will see almost every inch of it. What's also great is that the ticket price includes the entrance up to the gatehouse tower, which is a nice addition to the tour. You can go up to the tower right at the castle gate and have a nice look to the castle itself and to the park. If the weather is not that rainy or foggy, we can still go for a walk, or just get off from the tram, metro or bus one station sooner and walk a few minutes. It can help us to get out of the grey and depressing feeling that we can be in during this time of the year. A week ago a friend of mine invited over to visit her new flat, and it was also a perfect occasion to not just sit at home and do the same everyday things. Hi everyone, I'm going to meet with one of my friends, but I decided to get off from the bus a station sooner because I'm here at one of my favorite church in Budapest, and this is this one. I don't know the name of it, but it's at the Béke Square in the 13th district, and it's so beautiful. And what I also really like is this. Look at this, it's so pretty, and you can walk up to there. It's beautiful. The weather is much nicer today, but it's almost 0 degrees, so it's quite freezing. but I still really enjoy taking a little walk so I can enjoy the fresh air a little bit. February is the time of the carnival season. In Hungarian we call this time farsang, and we have a lot of different traditions during this period of time. At school and kindergarten, the children wear costumes and have a nice party with music and a lot of donuts. But for the adults, it's kind of different. An old tradition is to create a big bonfire and people throw a human-sized puppet into the fire, and this puppet actually symbolizes the winter. This whole tradition is about to scare away the winter. The biggest event in Hungary is the bushel walking in Mohács, where the men wear scary wooden masks and sheepskin coats, and it's also for scaring away the winter even more. I've never visited this event before, but if you did, then please let me know in the comment section down below. I'm also curious about your country's carnival traditions, if there is any, so tell me about that as well. Budapest doesn't have a big carnival event, which is a shame, but we still tried and do something that's around farsang. So on last weekend we went to the Kincsen Park and visited a trotting competition that was organized around the topic of farsang. Well, I have to be honest, we were a bit underwhelmed by this event. The weather was freezing, and because of that my camera and my phone started dying. The race lasted 2 minutes, and after that started a half-an-hour pause. But at least we had a nice donut. And we saw the park for free, which is not open for the public normally. Speaking of farsang and carnival, I want to show you a traditional recipe that is very common to make in Hungary during this time. I got a recipe book for Christmas from my mom, and this is a very old and very traditional one, but in a modern version. It's actually very pretty. And here I found a recipe that I ate a very long time ago, and that's Csöröge, and it's very typical in the carnival season, so that's why I'm going to make it right now. Before you think that, oh, this recipe sounds familiar to me, that's maybe because you're not wrong, because it's very typical in many other countries as well. In English, it's something like angel wings. That's the same, or kind of the same recipe, but of course I'm going to share the recipe that I'm going to follow, and I hope you will enjoy it. And that's a very easy recipe, so if you're just craving something sweet, then that's a perfect thing to do, I think. And that's enough of talking, so let's start the recipe. So here are the final results. You can start. Yeah, but you are the first who bites. Maybe it's not that crunchy. Eating out is always a good option to light up a day. We went to a place called Vakvarju. It's located in the middle of the city, and if I say that this place is a new favorite of mine, believe me, it was insanely good. It's a fancier kind of restaurant, but the prices are still not that high, and since the quality and the quantity of the food and the place itself was so spot on, I would really say that it's worth the money. We will definitely come back once again because I fell in love with their desserts. This császármorzsa or Kaiserschmarrn was unbelievable. I highly recommend this place. February and the cold weather really creates a perfect reason to stop at the cafe and drink something nice and warm. If you're interested in which cafes I would recommend in Budapest, check out my video about it if you haven't seen it. And if you really don't want to go out and have a coffee, then don't. Make one at home, just like I did today. You can wait for the warmer and sunnier days to wander around in Budapest, so stay tuned because I'm about to show you many more places that you can do in Budapest by the time you're here. I hope you all have a wonderful February and see you in the next one. Bye!